Hello everyone, my name is Tifstra and it's finally time to start the Eastern Roman Empire campaign. So after a completely one-sided vote, it has been decided that indeed the campaign I will be doing is the Eastern Roman Empire one and not the Sassanid. So, what I will be doing here is very simple, playing as the Eastern Roman Empire on very hard, that's the plan. I will not go legendary because, well, not that hardcore, but let's try. Let's try very hard. So for the Western Roman Empire, I went for hard on legendary. I went for hard and the initial challenge is legendary, I should say. On the Eastern Roman Empire's off, the initial challenge is very hard, and that means that I bumped up the difficulty to very hard as well. So let's see if we can kind of balance that out. It's gonna be interesting. I think this is the first time I actually played on very hard. Yeah, I think so. Maybe except for like battles in the Total War games where you could set the battle difficulty and the campaign difficulty separate of one another. Anyway, so we have a thing to read here if you want to, but I don't really want to. You can pause if you actually want to read it yourself. But let's take a look at our traits. This is the same as the Western Roman Empire has. We can get a unit from passing friendly hordes, which hopefully will be useful. And the thing that is unique to us is the economic powerhouse, which gives me 5% interest on treasury at end of turn. Quite nice. And all trade tariffs increased by 50%. Very nice indeed. So, let's start the campaign and get this party going. It's gonna be interesting to see how the initial challenge would be compared to the Western Roman. Should be a bit easier, but we'll have to see. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
The air was filled with smoke and blood. The Roman Empire was divided. From the shores of the Danube to the sands of Egypt and Arabia, the Eastern Empire sprawled. The West ripped itself to pieces, abandoning Rome, while the righteous looked east. The sun rose on Constantinople, God's new city, where the spirit of Rome prospered. Her people grew rich and powerful, paying neighboring kings to do their will. And behold, a red horse, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Romans of the Eastern Empire, those architects of a new age and forgers of a new empire to light the world. They made ready for war.
Okay then. Constantinople, or Constantinopolis. So, blah blah blah, divided, Visigoth, stuff, Huns, all that good stuff. I don't really care. But what I do care about is our initial goals, which is, as always, to survive until the year 400. That shouldn't be that tricky. Okay, the Visigoth are already unfriendly. Not unfriendly, they're actually full out at war with us, which sucks. Also, these are half depleted, which also sucks. I do believe that was the exact same thing that happened to me when I started with the West. Oh well. And hopefully the West won't, like, fall immediately. Probably will, but at least for my sake, I hope it falls out for just a little while at least. We also have to worry about the Sassanids, as I live streamed actually yesterday. I live streamed playing a bit of the Sassanids since they didn't win the poll, and oh my god, they are easy. They are easy to play as. And they do have 4 armies already good and ready to go. So the second they declare war on me, yeah, then I need to get this shit defended. But yes, that means that these regions are the ones I really need to defend. And I do have quite a lot of armies. At least I have that going for me. That's pretty nice. So where's the end? Okay, here's the barrier. I own all of this. So how's it looking? -5. Probably due to the difficulty level. A lot of it has to do with that. So, we have a lot of cash. I think I'm gonna have to invest a bit on happiness. And maybe sanitation as well, actually. How much does this cost? 3, and that costs 1. Let's see, so sanitation first. Or happiness. Actually, what do we get for the happiness? Yeah, this thing. I can't get both, and that'll take 5. Well, at least we can avoid additional happiness hits with avoiding plagues. And yeah, I think the first thing we go for is actually sanitation. Let's see, what can I actually get for happiness? Oh yeah, Greek baptistry. Yeah, that'll cost a bit of maintenance though. I can also increase the cities. That will increase the squalor, but thankfully I have this to balance it out a little bit. So from that I should get 3, 5, right? Yeah, I think so. That will leave me on +4, and that will take it down to +3. Yeah, sure. As long as it stays positive. Oh, that was quite expensive actually. I could rather get 2 of these. And it would really give you the same result. But something I do have to pay attention to is the food initially. And this region right here should be one of the most fertile. And it actually is at the top of the fertility level. And happiness, oh, could have been better. But I guess I could have been better everywhere. So let's get the wheat fields going and exploit that a bit. And yes, we still need to find out some way of actually dealing with the public order. Yeah, probably gonna go for capital. That one. I can do that here. Well, actually, I should have gone for sanitation here as well. The same reasons, actually. -2, and what is this at? -2 as well. Well, let's get the sanitation going. And the next expansion, which will be in quite a few turns, actually. But, yeah, after that, we'll go for capital. The other regions. Yeah, the happiness is going strong because, well, I have 2 armies there. But the sanitation isn't. Except for here. Kinda. Yeah. Same stories, pretty much all over the place. And happiness is not looking good. I'm not exploiting my resource. No, wait, I am. Never mind. Anyway. Yeah. It's not looking the best, but it did look worse for the West. So I guess I can find solace in that fact. But yeah, let's move these guys down here, because this thing is better defended. And yeah, also, do we take this guy and immediately send him out? I don't know. What can I get here? Oh, I can actually get cohorts immediately. Yeah, let's get a few of them. And that's the limit, money-wise. So, growth, public order, tax rate, and finally, minus the corruption. Very nice. But yeah, that's old way, yeah. That's a nice one, though I don't know how much a 1% will actually impact. So, let's go for the straight up upgrade and get the better spay units first. So yes, I think that is maybe not the best of first turns, but we're doing our best, damn it. Maybe I should move these guys out. Just take a look at what happens. +2, okay, they can hold. Get your ass up to Edessa. And prepare for the Sassanids. And yes, I do have another army here. But if I move them out, well, suddenly, -9. Yeah. Also, I'm probably gonna be... Christian in this campaign as well. Even though I have gotten the advice to go and be pagan. Greco-Roman pagan. But no, I think I'm gonna go for just that. Be actually Christian. And follow history, because I like following history. Is this Thracia? Apparently so. Well, let's get my emperor in there. There we go. Let's give him some influence, give him some skill. And give this man a wife. Okay, so what do we need here? +8. We don't need happiness. Before this army moves out. So what do we have? Research rate, public order. Okay. Seems pretty similar to what I'm used to. A bit different. Not too much though. Yeah, let's go for construction cost and tax rate, because I don't think we really have that much that needs to be built. But it would be nice to gain this, for example, and get the state religion to be more in favor of actual Christianity. That'd be nice. Anyway, I think it's time to turn and see about the Visigoth. See what they do. Well, apparently I can gain a new administrator. Okay, let's have that in the region that has the most trouble when it comes to public order. So, -5, -3. Yeah, -5 seems to be the... Yeah, that seems to be the common thing. So, what was the worst? This already has an army. Yeah, this already has an army and is at the level it is. So, let's get a governor there. If I can actually afford it. Oh yeah, that guy doesn't have anything. Cappadocia. There we go. And you shall be set to increase... Oh, I have more? Oh. Why do I only get like one at a time? Anyway. Yes. Silly me. So, public order bonus due to Christianity. What do we go for? Christianity. Influence. Oh, let's go for that. And I think we would want another guy down here. How many can we get, actually? 4. Okay. Let's get one for Egypt. No, we don't really need that there. Libya, I guess. Though it's not really a region that I have to worry about. Not initially. Osruena. Well, I don't hold all of that, thanks to the Assassinate. I'd rather have them in a region that I'll actually hold fully, so Syria, sure. Oh, I have run out of candidates. Unless I want to pay, and I don't have money to pay, so end the turn. Oh yeah, it's time for the Western Romans to be attacked by everyone. And yeah, I'll support them, although they're probably gonna be gone in a few years. So, first battle against crappy units. But there are a lot of them. And I don't really have the best units either. Yeah, I think we're just gonna want to solve this first one. I don't see any reason there. Hopefully they don't desolate it, but I know hordes are very desolate happy in the early game. So let's see what they actually do. Ah, well, they raided. Could have been a lot worse. You want me to join the war against the Ostrogoths? No, I say no. I'll be in on defensive wars, but I do not want to be a part of wars that I don't not have to be involved with. With a bride, what are her traits, personal influence, and chance to having children increased? Yes, please.
How can I serve the people of Rome?
So I have the defense ready. Alternatively, I have the offense ready. Really depends on if they make use of their armies, which are quite good actually at this point. But yeah, what is irking you? Difficult level, tax, religious differences, immigrants. Yes, Polish always unhappy with the immigrants. And crappy sanitation. But I only need 5 to expand that again. Let's go for straight up happiness, shall we? So, capital. Hooray. By the way, how far are our farms away? 1 turn from now. Nice. Then we should have a very, very healthy surplus. This is the island, right? No. Yes, it is. Never mind. I misread that. So that's the islands. They're at -1. That's manageable. -5. Gonna be an issue. +4. Good, but we have an army there. -15. Thanks to the raiding. -4. A lot of this is manageable. But if I allow all of this to pile up, then I'll end up as I ended up in the Western Roman campaign. And that's not really anything to be aspiring to. Although, in the end, well, at least at this stage, it seems to be going well. It was quite catastrophic at times, to put it lightly. So 1 turn and we can move on. I could engage these guys, but yeah, I don't think that is a good idea. I really don't think that is a good idea. By the way, do I have the... Yes, I do. The... How are you pronouncing it again? Apparently it's not showing up as an effect. Theodosian, I think. Theodosian walls. And they are separated right now. How many mercenaries do I have access to? None! Oh, whoops. Not that good. So, do I move this army to get it closer? Or do I stay here and protect the settlement? Yeah. Let's try. Let's see what we can do there. Also... I'm not going to build anything of this here, so I could just tear this down. Could probably do that elsewhere as well. and both build sanitation and happiness producing buildings. So capital and sanitation. I probably had that situation in quite a few other places. Well, not all of them, evidently. But hey, there you go. And not here. Yeah, look at that maintenance. That is not really giving me the results. Well, I take that back. Apparently it's newly built, and it needs time to actually go into action. But yeah, here we see the same thing. So do that. Of course I do have limited funds, so the problem will not be fixed in like 2 turns. It will take a bit longer than that. But I think that's it for this turn. I am still not getting a governor, although I really should have. But yes, as I said, all defensive wars I'll enter on. But aggressive wars? No. But we are probably fully military allied. Well, at least wars that they, like, say please, come in on this, I'll probably say no to.
Ready for orders.
That's the cold-hearted bastard that I am.
Ready for battle.
So, next thing, corruption? Sure, go ahead. And they have split their forces. But of course they're right outside of the range of my guys. Great. Well, I don't see them being able to capture Constantinople without these guys being there.
Get to it, men.
Also, I should of course repair this. Why did not do that immediately? I don't know. But yeah, before I forget, let's get a governor in here. So, Libya. No, I said Syria, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, research rates. Let's go for him. There we go. And hooray, you're hired. Let's give that man an edict. Actually, I have enough money for another one, right? I think I only have 3 with this new guy. But yes, what do I need? Well, the church is there. This one. So eventually, this edict right there should start to actually bring in some effects. So let's see if that happens. Also, yeah, the fertility is not the best here. But it's probably the thing that will give me most food until climate starts changing a bit. But yeah, I'll save my money just a little while. Governors assigned 3 out of 4. Where do I put the last one?
Ready for orders.
So, what province is looking the worst? Bithynia is sailing up as a candidate. Well, quite a lot of them are, to be fair. Yeah, that's due to raiding. But that doesn't really count. Yeah, seems like we found our winner. There we go. Oh, it's the same region. Oh yes. This guy, Steadfast Defender. Well, not really that good, but I don't see this being any better, to be honest. And this guy is 36 years old, so let's get the young guy in there. There we go. And how's the religion going? Well, it's going not that greatly, but soon as we're gonna get the what's it called? The Carthage something that will increase the spread of religion quite massively. Also, let's see. Yeah, let's get that started and that started. Also, that's being built. I don't have the money for anything except this, which I don't need. So, yeah, I'm very, very thankful that having... Oh, I could actually reach them. Oh, I didn't anticipate that. But yeah, I'm very thankful that actually having like open plots doesn't immediately give you slums. Because they were a pain in the dick. But anyway, I think this is a nice place to end this. So I'm definitely gonna fight this. And hopefully win this. I have heavy units and they do have some units that are deadly from the front. But hopefully I will not be attacking from the front. So, I'll leave this cliffhanger here, and I hope you enjoyed this first part. Leave a like on it if you did, and of course, tell me something if there's anything you want me to know about this campaign or want to give me any advice. And as with any first episode, the like is really important. It really is, even if you, well, if you're not familiar with YouTube, it definitely does. It does help you. Anyway, I'll stop with that, and I'll say that next part is, it might come tomorrow or the day after, but that should be it. You should be getting it relatively soon. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye.